Venus is a pressure cooker inferno. Surface hotter than molten lead, acid rain, air thick enough to float a battleship. Yet 50 kilometers above that hell, clouds cradle Earth-like temperatures, breathable pressure, and a mysterious UV-eating shadow. Could microbes drift in acid droplets like sky plankton? From Soviet balloons to NASA's wild aerostat dreams, the idea of floating cloud cities refuses to die. Is it science or seductive fantasy? Venus, Earth's evil twin in a runaway sauna. Gaze through a telescope. Venus is a blinding cream marble, featureless under a permanent shroud of carbon dioxide. That blanket traps sunlight with ruthless efficiency. Surface temperature locks at lead melting levels. Pressure crushes like the deepest ocean trench. Radar from Magellan and Venera orbiters peeled back the veil. Lava plains stretch horizon to horizon. Pancake domes ooze frozen syrup. Volcanic coronae dwarf continents. No plate tectonics recycle crust. No water lubricates motion. Venus is a stagnant volcanic tomb, but rewind billions of years. Isotope evidence whispers of ancient oceans. Deuterium left behind when lighter hydrogen fled to space. Early Venus might have been temperate, wet, maybe even habitable for a billion years before the greenhouse switch flipped. Today, water is a ghost, 1 molecule per million CO2 molecules. The planet cooked itself alive. The habitable sweet spot, 50 kilometers above hell. Escape the surface furnace. Climb through layers of carbon dioxide and sulfuric haze. At roughly 50 kilometers altitude, magic happens. Pressure drops to Earth sea level. Temperature settles between cozy room and warm summer day. Gravity tugs almost like home. Winds howl at hurricane speeds, but the air is dense enough to support flight. Soviet Vega balloons proved it in 1985. Deployed from descent probes, they bobbed for nearly 2 days, transmitting temperature, pressure, lightning crackles, and acid readings. The clouds are not gentle mist. They are concentrated sulfuric acid, pH near 0, droplets that would eat through skin in seconds. Yet Earth hosts extremophiles that bathe in stronger acid. Bacteria in mine drainage, archaea in volcanic springs. Venus clouds are brutal, but not beyond the pale of known biology. The enigmatic dark absorber, life's shield or cosmic ink. Venus upper clouds are striped with dark patches that swallow half the incoming ultraviolet light. Ground telescopes, Pioneer probes, and a Katsuki orbiter have watched them swirl, merge, vanish. What are they? Sulfur polymers? Iron? Disulfur dioxide? Or something alive? On Earth, stratospheric algae brew pigments to block UV. If Venusian life exists, it might secrete a natural sunscreen, turning acid haze into a floating reef. Soviet instruments detected carbon monoxide spikes and hydrogen sulfide, gases out of chemical balance, the kind life produces on Earth. Abiotic reactions can mimic the signature, but the dark absorber remains a tantalizing unknown, a shadow that might be biology's fingerprint. Engineering Eden, cities that breathe Venus air. Picture a metropolis adrift. Breathable air, nitrogen and oxygen, is lighter than Venus' CO2-rich atmosphere. Fill a balloon with Earth air, and it floats like wood on water. A structure the size of a football stadium could loft an entire neighborhood. Graphene-coated envelopes resist acid. Solar panels blanket the top, harvesting constant daylight. Winds circumnavigate the planet every 4 days. Free global transit. NASA's HAVOC concept sketches Zeppelins deploying foldable habitats, then human crews for weeks-long missions. Scoop atmospheric CO2 for fuel, crack sulfuric acid for water and oxygen. Mine the clouds for resources. The floating city becomes factory, farm, and frontier outpost. No need to land on the scorching surface. Everything humanity needs drifts outside the windows. Microbial sky whales, life in acid droplets. Imagine organisms no larger than Earth dust motes, encased in acid-proof membranes. They hitch rides on sulfuric droplets, metabolizing sulfur compounds for energy. Sunlight and CO2 fuel a photosynthesis variant. Acid provides the electron donor. Droplets collide, merge, split. Life's entire cycle measured in hours. Earth bacteria concentrate scarce nutrients in harsh environments. Venusian equivalents might hoard water from acid vapor. Enzymes tuned to concentrated acid could split H2SO4, releasing energy and leaving drier acid to rain out below. A self-regulating biosphere, invisible, weightless, ancient. The water conundrum, staying wet in a desert sky. Acid droplets are mostly sulfuric acid, but a sliver of water exists. Microbes could live inside the droplets using molecular pumps to pull water across membranes, or they coat themselves in organic films that trap moisture like dew on spider silk. Earth's salt-loving archaea harvest water vapor from crystals. Venusian life might evolve similar tricks in acid haze. Dehydration looms large. Cloud layers cycle up and down. Some droplets evaporate completely in lower, hotter air. Life would need a dormant state, cryptobiosis like Earth tardigrades. Dry out, shut down, revive when droplets reform in cooler heights. A boom and bust existence, perfectly synced to Venus's vertical weather. Hunting for sky life, tools of the trade. Future missions will sample the clouds directly. Aerostats with sterile inlets, mass spectrometers, fluorescence microscopes, gene sequencers. Look for amino acids with chiral bias. Left-handed dominance screams biology. Search for complex lipids, energy molecules, or nucleic acids stable in acid. Balloon-borne telescopes could map the dark absorber spectrum in real time. If patches grow, shrink, or migrate with seasons, biology climbs the probability ladder. Drop SON probes into lower haze. Collect falling droplets. Culture in acid-simulating chambers. Watch for movement, growth, reproduction. The phosphorus paradox in nutrient scavenging. Life needs phosphorus for genetic material, energy transfer, membranes. Venus clouds are nearly phosphorus-free. Phosphoric acid rains out in lower layers. Could organisms substitute arsenic, as some Earth bacteria do in Mono Lake? Or evolve ultra-efficient scavenging, concentrating trace atoms like desert plants hoard water? The scarcity is a challenge, but extremophiles rewrite rules. Terraforming the acid sky, cooling the planet is fantasy, but neutralizing the clouds is engineering. Seed alkali compounds, calcium, magnesium, from high-altitude factories. They react with sulfuric acid, precipitating as harmless sulfates, raising pH. Water droplets grow larger, rain out, slowly detoxifying the atmosphere. Over centuries, clouds shift from venom to viable, or keep Venus wild. Floating habitats harvest energy, never touch the surface. Humanity's first permanent off-world colony, breathing processed Venus air, farming in perpetual twilight. Acid becomes fuel, CO2 becomes plastic, clouds become home. Venus as cautionary mirror. Earth's twin gone rogue as a climate warning in real time. Pump CO2, lose water, trigger runaway greenhouse. Venus in fast forward. Study its clouds, learn planetary boundaries. If life persists 50 kilometers above hell, resilience knows no limits. The sky is not the limit, it's a frontier, philosophical drift. We scour Mars caves, Europa oceans, Titan lakes, but Earth-like conditions float above a furnace. Life doesn't need rock, it needs gradient, energy, liquid. Venus teaches that habitability hides in altitude, not just latitude. The most hostile planet may host the most unexpected niche, the eternal question in the sky. Next time Venus blazes as evening star, don't see a dead world. See a sky city waiting, acid clouds heavy with possibility. Life may not walk Venus, it may swim its stratosphere, invisible, ancient, alien. We won't know until we float. Until then, the question drifts with the super-rotating winds. Can life survive in acid heaven? The clouds keep their secret, dark and patient, 50 kilometers above the furnace. If this journey through Venus's floating mysteries blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. More cosmic enigmas, wild worlds, and mind-bending science drop every week.